We are going to go for a nice long bike ride. These have to be one of my favourite pairs of sandals. It's always way too hot to wear boots any other season than winter here on the Gold Coast. Good morning and welcome back to another weekly vlog. My name is Jess if you're new here. It is Monday and it is 10 to 5 in the morning. I'm about to go into a weight session. Just eating a pre-workout banana. I'm never hungry at this time in the morning. However, I do need to eat something before I do a big workout because they're challenging. After this workout's done, I have to quickly pop into the supermarket, grab a few bits and bobs, and then I'll head back home. I'm back home. I'm just going to put away these groceries and then I'm going to go for a little walk. Drink bottle. Got some more bananas because I like my pre-workout bananas. A capsicum. That'll just be for dinners. Sweet chili sauce because I like it. Chewing gum. I got a can of this kind of chickpea zesty vinaigrette thing. I want to give it a go because I feel like it would be nice to add to salads. I'm really trying to work on increasing my fiber. That's one of the things I really struggle with in my diet, and I think this would be a good way to do that. Then I got a bunch of these sweet chili chickens. These are for my husband. He chucks them in like omelets. I think they look like cat food, but... And then I just bought myself a Celsius drink. I've just had a shower and got undressed for the day. I'm just going for a very, very basic black tea and Wrangler jeans. I've done most of my skincare already, but I'm just going to put some SPF on. I'm trialing out the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rice and Probiotics sunscreen. So far I'm really liking this and I'm thinking I'm going to repurchase it. Now I'm just going to go in with my CC cream. This is one of my favorites at the moment. I always opt for a pretty light coverage, and half the time I don't wear anything on my skin at all, but I have had 8 hours sleep over the last 2 days in total. So I feel like I just need a little bit of extra help, thanks to night shift as well. Right, I'm going in with the NARS blush. This is the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. It's a tubing mascara and I love it. As somebody with hooded eyes, a tubing mascara is a game changer. This is just the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And then finally, Mecca Max Lip Lock Balmy Stain. And this is in the shade Heavy Petal. So I put this on for a little bit and then I kind of rub it off so it's a bit lighter. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a little bit and then we wipe it off. Let's do something about this here. I did just wash it yesterday, but my hair gets greasy so fast. I'm just leaving my hair down today. Not doing anything to it. I am very boring when it comes to my hair. I really, very, very rarely use heat on it. And for the most part, it just hangs out like this. All right, I'm all ready. I'm wearing my Veja sneakers and a Status Anxiety handbag. I am about to head off to my nail appointment. These are growing out a lot. I wanted to do something fun when I got them, but I did get over them pretty quickly, so I'm going to keep it nice and basic this time around. I'm back home with my new nails. I did have to pop into Dish and try on some clothes, of course. I didn't get anything, but it gave me ideas. Now I just need to hang up some washing and then get some lunch. My husband's on his way home from work. He only had a half day today, so I will be able to spend the afternoon with him. Alright, Daniel is home and we are going to go for a nice long bike ride. I'm wearing my Nimble shorts, which have this cute little V waist, and my new Lululemon tank top, and of course my Lululemon Energy sports bra. So let's go for a bike ride and try and keep up with my husband, whose just automatic speed is way too fast. Alright, don't mind the hair. It's a touch frizzy after our bike ride. That turned into like almost a 2.5 hour bike ride. The longest one I've done in I don't even know how long. It was so much fun though. Now I am at home and it's starting to get dark outside and I am cooking some dinner. Steak and veggies tonight. I'm just frying up some onion and some garlic. Then I'm going to add the steak with some mushrooms and capsicum, and that'll be a dinner for tonight. And then I might have a sneaky little dessert as well. I've just put on Adele's new weekly vlog, which I'm going to watch while I cook dinner. Good morning. It is now Wednesday. I went to a 6 a.m. gym class this morning. I forgot to say hi this morning, but I am back home. I've had a shower. I'm going to grab some breakfast and then we're going to get this day started. So, for a little context, because it probably just seems like I repeated the same day twice, we did go for another very, very long bike ride today. And we had lunch while we were out, and it was really lovely. Although I did work at the hospital on Tuesday, you just didn't see any of that. We got back home and I fell asleep on the couch for like 2 hours. And then I just had to pop out, run a few errands, and then we had dinner. I was already pretty sore from the bike ride on Monday, plus my gym session. So it was a bit rough, but I'm glad I did it. Tomorrow, however, is going to be a much more work-heavy day. Good morning. It's 10 to 5 and I am about to run into my morning, I think it's a hybrid session, so a combination of weightlifting and cardio. I have just parked up at home. It's quite dark here in the garage. I'm going to go upstairs, drop off my gym bag, and then I think we're going to go for a little walk. Alrighty guys, we are having breakfast. I am really taking it back this morning because I'm having a breakfast that I used to have so often as a teenager. It is toast with jam and bacon, which I know to some people might sound a bit weird, but don't knock it till you try it. And then I've got some grapes. I figured I'll quickly tell you what the plan is for the day. So today is going to be a very work focused day. The first thing I'm going to be doing is a webinar for my nursing job. It's a leadership webinar, and that's going to be popping up every fortnight for the next like 2 months. And then after that, I have a video that I want to edit, so I'll be working on that side of things. So far this week I've had a good balance. I had Monday off, Tuesday at the hospital, Wednesday off. Today's like a work from home day. And then my balance goes out the window and I do night shifts all weekend. So, you know. But that's okay. I need to eat this and quickly get a few things done before this webinar starts. Thank you. Alright. That's that done. Hour and a half. I feel like I need a bit of a break after that. That was tiring. I do need to hang up the washing, which was on while I was on this call. Also, the fire alarm decided to go off randomly mid-call. Thankfully, my audio was paused at that time, so nobody else heard it but me. But then it just stopped. So, I don't know what that's about. Maybe the battery's getting low or something. Let's put some of this stuff away. All my paperwork. Hang up the washing. I'm going to take a break, maybe watch some YouTube or do, I don't know, just something fun for a bit. And then we're going to get stuck into some editing. I am back at the dining table. This is a tuna melt toastie. Really enjoying my toasties at the moment. And I'm watching YouTube. I just watched a video from Tori Story, which was quite cool because she's joining the Kick team, which I have followed Laura and Steph for years. Like since I was a teenager, I'm pretty sure. So it's just kind of cool to see their company and other people I follow getting involved. I'm going to eat this, watch a little bit more YouTube, and get into some editing for the afternoon. I feel like every day this week has been productive, but in its own way. My days off with my partner were productive in the sense that we spent a lot of time with each other, we were outdoors, we were having fun, being active. And then my days by myself, I've been getting a lot of work done, either at the hospital, just physically doing my shift, or at home doing my own thing. All in all, a pretty good week really. And we've still got another 3 days to go. However, you will only be seeing tomorrow because I will be on night shift and I'll be barely functioning at that point. It is really tricky, I find, with my nursing job because it's obviously a massive part of my life, but for one, I can't film my job because of patient privacy. There's just no situation where it would be appropriate or even legal. And I started this channel and this as a hobby. I was really just craving some way to channel my creativity and just do something other than nurse in what's a very emotionally heavy job. And this is fun, you know, it's just little snippets of my life. It really is just an opportunity for me to have fun, be a little bit playful, and just demonstrate my life here on the Gold Coast. I am sitting on my bedroom floor. I was doing some editing and then I felt really tired, so I decided I might go have a nap. But the issue is when I wake up from a nap, I feel like crap. So then I decided actually I just need to keep busy, not have a nap, and have an early night tonight. So that's what I've been doing, and I decided to take all of my shoes out of the wardrobe and wipe them all down because they're just getting more dusty and a bit gross. And I figured they deserved a bit of a refresh. So that's what I've done. Wiped out all my shoes and my shoe rack, and I'm going to put them all back except for my boots that I'm going to waterproof first. Seeing as we're coming into winter and I'll be wearing those more often now. And by more often, I mean at all, because it's always way too hot to wear boots any other season than winter here on the Gold Coast. Okay. Just sitting on my nightstand now. This is my wardrobe. Bit of a weird angle, I do apologize. Alright, I'm going to put back most of my shoes other than the boots. This isn't all of my shoes. I keep the high rotation shoes such as my running sneakers, gym sneakers, my Birks, just the put on and run out the door shoes I keep in the little shoe cabinet by our front door, but the rest all go in here. My shoe collection definitely doesn't feel complete to me. There's still a few pieces that I feel like I'm missing in my wardrobe, but it's getting there. These have to be one of my favorite pairs of sandals. This way. They're just a chunky black pair of leather sandals from Liberty Leather. I just think they're really nice. Really good quality shoes too. These shoes I am seriously considering getting rid of. My last overseas trip, I didn't plan on bringing any heels with me, but I felt like I needed a pair of kind of lightweight slides that I could just put on that would be nicer for like a dinner. And that's why I brought these. They weren't overly expensive, but they give me blisters like nothing else. And so I just never wear them. Honestly, as soon as I have a comfortable pair of black, like dressier shoes, these are gonna go. But for now, they're filling a void. I also own these, which are a reasonably new purchase. They're a pair of kind of chocolate brown suede ballet flats with a little strap over the front. Again, with me just craving a slightly dressier option, a lot of my shoes, particularly my summer shoes, are very, very casual. I have high hopes for these. I love how they look. I am a little bit worried about the blister situation because they are from the same place as the other shoes that give me lots of blisters. But I'm hoping that in time, as I wear them in, it'll be okay. I've only worn them once so far and they did give me blisters, but in time. Right, these were my wedding shoes. I love them, they're beautiful, and they're the perfect just kind of lighter option, because most of my shoes are generally on the darker side. It just ties in the best with my wardrobe, I find. These ones, I absolutely love the design of them. They're summery, they're comfortable. They don't get as much wear simply because I do not gravitate towards this tan colour very often. But when I do, this is what I wear. I also only have one tan bag that matches it. So it's very limited in terms of what outfits I can actually wear it with. My black stiletto pumps. They get a slightly kind of pointy toe. I love how these look. They are gorgeous. I have not worn them in a couple of years. They are not comfortable in the slightest. Hence where I've got these little sticky bits everywhere, little gel inserts. But I love how they look so much. I am still very much on the fence about whether or not I keep these. I just think they're such a classic style. They're also fairly high, and I am quite tall, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but these probably wouldn't be my go-to option for, say, like a date night. I would just generally choose a slightly smaller kitten heel for that. For now, I'm keeping them. It is something that's on my wish list though, a really comfortable, practical, but stylish kind of like pointed toe heel in black. My next pair of black shoes, these are so cute. Little black kitten heel with a bow. I think if you're just wearing a cute but fairly basic black dress, spice it up with little kitten heels with bows, and I just think it's the cutest thing. Also a fantastic height for me. I'm really getting over the really high heels at this point in my life. I wouldn't be able to wear them like going out like all night long. They'll be more of like a nice dinner option. I have a cute pair of nude slingbacks. I love these, I wear these quite a bit, and they are fairly comfortable for a pair of heels. Now these two I'm not going to put back, but I have one classic pair of ankle boots. I love these, I've owned them for years. They're just a go-to winter boot for me. Nice and easy to wear. These really aren't a fashionable shoe for me, and eventually I'll get new ones and these will get replaced. Like they're not a fashion shoe, they're a practical shoe. Now I do feel like my wardrobe is missing a few things, particularly in the boots. I really want just a nice flat everyday pair of boots, because at the moment like I wouldn't really wear these on the daily. Like that's more of a going out option for me. I generally don't wear heels on a daily basis. I love the look of like a knee-high flat like chocolate brown boot. Would I wear them that often though? I just don't know if they would be a smart decision for me, especially living on the Gold Coast where it's not that cold. The combat boots, the flat kind of ankle length combat boots, I think I'd wear a fair bit. But the knee-high boots, I love how they look, but would they fit my lifestyle is the question. I do have some white sneakers in my everyday grab and go collection by the front door, as well as my Birkenstocks, both my Bostons and they're called Arizonas, just the basic 2-strap ones, because those are just everyday shoes for me, whereas these tend to require a little bit more effort. I don't know why I decided to bring you along for this, but I did. I hope you got something from it. This is just a bag that I felt like it needed a bit of a wipe down, so I did that. It's a Seed Heritage bag. Good morning. It is now Friday. I am just having a nice relaxed morning so far. It's now 8:30. I just got dressed and the plan is a whole lot of not much. So I have night shift tonight. So I'm going to spend my morning just relaxing. I might do a bit of editing here and there, but I don't have high expectations in terms of what I actually get done. Just a whole lot of conserving energy. And then this afternoon I'll have a short nap and then go to work. It's a bit of a gloomy, cold day today. It's raining on and off, and it's kind of perfect really for a pre-night shift weather.